my whole life just fell apart. Being a caregiver it's really been like the death of my life. Even though I've decided to be a caregiver and it's been a long time, I still need a break. I have been a caregiver to my mom for 14 years. I help her every single day with everything. I shop, I cook, I clean, anything and everything that comes. I answer the phone, I talk to the doctors, whatever she needs. If she's sick and she needs something, I jump in on that. Before my mother got sick, I wanted to be a doctor. That was my goal in life. I had a fiance and I wanted all the things that everyone else wants: marriage, kids, home. Obviously, I can't be a doctor if I'm a caregiver 24 hours a day. My fiance left me. My whole life just fell apart. Everything that I had, it all just started disappearing.
I am a science teacher. Not only am I a teacher, I am a caregiver of my wife. I have been for about 6 years. We've been married for 24 years at this point, so it's only been the last 6 that this has popped up. We don't have a normal husband-wife or spousal type of relationship anymore. Being a caregiver is taxing emotionally and physically, and by far the emotional part is the worst because it makes all the physical stuff that much worse. You certainly lose your mind, or at least I have. And if I had to tell you today how I'm doing it, I have no answer for you.
I am a medical assistant at a dermatology office, and I am a caregiver to my wife. Jess and I will be married a year in October, so it hasn't even been a full year. When Jess and I first got together, we're dating, we knew she had necrotizing myopathy, but we didn't know the extent. We had so many goals, like when my daughter graduates, we were going to move down south. I'm grieving for our future because I don't know what it holds.
Being identified as a caregiver has really changed my life. A lot of people will congratulate you for taking upon the responsibility. Then they kind of take that as an opportunity to exit my life, and they give the excuse, well, you've got your hands full, so we're not going to make your life any more difficult. But when I have time, I would love to be with my friends and get my mind off of these things.
It's true that people do kind of isolate you. I don't know if they actually, emotionally think of it consciously anyway, that this is their ticket out and they can get away from you. But it feels like that to us. It's probably just too much baggage for them. And they don't want to come to terms with it, so they just don't. And they don't want to hear people complain. And quite frankly, I probably complain a lot. I'm sure I do. I have a lot to complain about.
I agree. You really find out who your true friends are. In the beginning, I felt really alone. I didn't know who to talk to because I'm the strong one. Everybody sees me as a strong one,
Yeah.
And I can't let her see me get emotional because that makes her worse.
It's impossible to try to date or have a relationship, because I've just got too much on me that I'm responsible for. And even though I'm still young, I still have time to do those things. It's just going to be harder and harder for me because I'm starting so far back now.
My heart breaks because when do you find time to date?
That's a need too. You seem like a wonderful person. I bet there's a lot of guys that would love to meet somebody like you and might be a lot more patient than you think if you gave it a chance.
Having a relationship takes time. That other person that you're getting into a relationship with wants to feel like they're a priority to you. But you're like, well, I kind of already have another priority.
You've kind of just made an excuse not to. Start smaller. Don't look into how it's going to be. Just think a cup of coffee with somebody.
Yep.
A nice conversation. There's no commitment yet. I don't know what you can do to get that, but that should be your next goal. We were so young when we got married, we couldn't predict the normal stuff, never mind this very abnormal situation. And so it adds not only to that sense of feeling trapped, but feeling overworked and overwhelmed.
Trapped has a lot of negative connotivity around it. But if you just accept that this is my new normal, it's like a temporary confinement, because every day things change.
I have to stay positive that Jess is going to find a diagnosis, because I think if I let myself get negative or feel trapped, then I think that it'll like become really dark.
Even if they don't find a cure for the people we care for, I try to tell myself, well, what is not happening? And you can find a little bit of joy in that. Well, at least this is not happening right now. With
the stages of grief and all, I spent a lot of time in anger. It turns out that I realized at some point we're born caregivers. I think that's how we ended up in this situation in the first place. We haven't left the people we love. We're not those kind of people.
Sometimes I don't feel strong, but I'm never giving up. I will never give up for my wife. I'm going to keep fighting.